When you walk through Buffalo, especially along the parkways designed by Frederick Law Olmsted, you are blown away by the beauty. Towering trees arch over the roadway, massive houses sit back from the street, grand entrances, intricate woodwork detailing stained glass. These were the homes of the wealthy, the industrial elite. And if you wanted to see true wealth, you went to Delaware Avenue, Millionaires Row, where the city's most powerful families built mansions, and Buffalo had the most millionaires per capita at the turn of the 20th century. This era was dominated by so-called robber barons, a term that captures the tension of the time. Immense wealth at the top, struggle at the bottom. The economy today feels the same way, inflation eating away at the margins of the middle class, while the wealthy couldn't even spend their vast fortunes if they even tried. And standing in front of these mansions, one question always sits in my head. How did everyone else live? While the wealthy built these palaces, thousands of workers poured into Buffalo between 1890 and 1920. The population continued to increase. They came for the factory jobs, the opportunity, and a better life compared to the overcrowded New York City tenement apartments. Immigrants from Poland, Italy, and Ireland arrived with hope and very little money. Many first lived in the same overcrowded tenement apartments that they were escaping, often with multiple families sharing tight spaces without windows. Factory workers in 1920 Buffalo might earn $1,200 to $1,500 per year, roughly $20,000 to $25,000 today, after inflation adjustments. Winters were brutal, shelter wasn't optional, it was survival. Yet, Buffalo was booming, nicknamed the Electric City after Nikola Tesla's hydroelectric power from Niagara Falls electrified industry. The city expanded rapidly, and so did the need for housing. That's when Buffalo built one of the most extensive electric trolley networks in the country. For the first time, workers didn't have to live next to the factories. They could live miles away and commute cheaply. This allowed families to escape overcrowded apartments and move into new neighborhoods developed along streetcar lines. These neighborhoods weren't random, they were planned. Olmsted's park system ensured that the residents were never more than a 10-minute walk from a green space. This expansion created a speculative housing boom. Developers bought farmland near the new trolley lines, they subdivided these lots into long, narrow lots, and they packed in homes as close as possible. For example, my house is 16 feet wide on a 21-foot wide lot. From this moment, the dominant housing type of Buffalo was born. This is locally called the double. Elsewhere, it is known as a two-flat, a duplex, an up and down, and many other names. Whatever you call it, it's simple. Two full homes, one stacked above the other. Separate entrances, but a shared structure. It was the perfect solution for a working-class city. People didn't have the money. They worked dangerous factory jobs for less than the current minimum wage. But zoning laws were relaxed. This housing form was incredibly adaptable. The Buffalo Double could be multi-generational living. You could have two families splitting ownership. You could do a 1920s version of house hacking, live in one, rent the other. And finally, if your double was on a desirable road fronting a streetcar route, you could turn it into your family business. Compared to today, there was no zoning laws telling you what you can or can't build. You just built it. You might even build a double in the backyard of your double. And if you walk down Elmwood Village corridor today, you will still see it. Storefronts with a double house tucked behind them or attached onto them. This housing type didn't just shelter residents, it built neighborhoods. And developers worked with the technology of the time. Most of these homes were kit homes, sold through Sears Roebuck and Company catalogs, which allowed for efficient construction, repeatable layouts. The builders knew what they were going to build, and they had a lot of experience with it. And what really this created was that many houses share the same basic form. And I hear a lot of comments today about how people do not want to live in cookie cutter houses, but the thing is, this double is a cookie cutter house. It is a box that has basically the same floor plan as every other box on your road. But what really sets them apart from each other is that the beauty is in the details. The paint schemes, the porch columns, decorative eaves, decorative shingle patterns, and the leaded glass windows. And if you walk the same street for 10 years, you will notice something new every time. These houses are functionally the same, literally the same, with the same layout, but they are never identical. And so the Buffalo Double allowed developers to profit. Neighborhoods are only built if people building them make money. Middle-class families were able to build wealth. Immigrants were able to gain stability in their jobs and in their living situations. And small businesses were able to bootstrap by sharing commercial and residential rent. Neighborhoods became walkable and lively. This population density created by this type of house supported corner stores, bakeries, taverns, and family businesses. It created communities that were self-sustaining. Pretty much this housing type built the city. Over the past 15 years, Buffalo's historic neighborhoods have seen a resurgence. Why? Because the Buffalo Double still addresses the modern versions of the problems that they were designed to solve: walkability, rental prices and rental income potential, multi-generational living, character and craftsmen. And in my opinion, Buffalo's food scene thrives because of the cheap commercial rent made available by this style of home. The same strategy immigrants used 100 years ago still works today. Live in one unit, rent the other out, build equity, and build generational wealth. And even though we are in the middle of a housing crisis, we are still far better off than the factory workers of the early 1900s working dangerous jobs for less than our minimum wage. My opinion is that these doubles are part of a solution, not the only solution. And history shows that building entire neighborhoods of duplexes creates affordable, walkable neighborhoods, and they create and support local businesses and really help middle-class homeowners build wealth. And so the Buffalo Double isn't just a house. It can be built on an assembly line. It is the foundation of a community, and it is chaotic urban design working with local economics. It built Buffalo, and it still has lessons for how we build cities today. And if you like this more urbanist content that I'm making and videos, please let me know in the comments and like section, and I will continue to make more. Just if you're my fan, let me know what you want and I will deliver it to you. Please comment, like, review, and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week's video. Based on a fan request, it sounds like some of you guys are headed out to Madrid this summer and other parts of Spain, so I will find a way to get a video out to you guys about what to see and do in Madrid, Spain, and how to explore the city as I would explore it. Stay tuned next week for this video.